No NFL team has separated themselves yet. Some of the best teams have come down a little bit and lost, and some of the lower teams are starting to rise. We will be discussing our top 10, but right now, just outside of the top 10, we've got the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Chargers, and the Cowboys. But let's get started with our top 10 after week 2. Starting with the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara are playing great football right now. 2 games, they have absolutely destroyed both opponents. It's a surprise, but they are playing well, and we can't ignore it. Olave hasn't even caught fire yet. So with them catching fire and doing so well, they cracked the top 10. Number 9, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have Mike Tomlin. He's doing his thing as usual. The offensive line is improved. They have a running game. They have a great defense. TJ Watt is an absolute menace. And if they can get something from their quarterback play, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. At 8, Tampa Bay. Baker started off the year on fire, 4 touchdowns. He was one of the best players in week 1. Week 2, he struggled a little bit more, but they still are 2-0. Mike Evans, Godwin, and they are a great receiving duo, and they can run the ball. So they are at number 8. Number 7, the Detroit Lions. I expect them to move up. Amon St. Brown, he is absolutely awesome, and I expect really good things from him going forward. I think he's got a lot to prove. They've got two different players that can run the ball. They're a great team. Goff is doing his thing, so I expect good things from them, and I expect them to move up as the weeks go forward. At number 6, the Philadelphia Eagles. They just came off a very devastating loss. It was really hard. I felt for them. They had that game in hand. As long as Hurts is healthy and playing well, they're going to be a tough out. Barkley can run the ball as good as anybody in the league. They've got, I think Devontae Smith is playing as good as I've ever seen. They are without A.J. Brown. That's a huge loss for them. They've got their defense seems to be picking up and doing a little bit better. So I expect them to be moving up as well. But right now they're number 6. Number 5, the San Francisco 49ers. Starting the season off, they are injured and they are missing a bunch of players. You got CMC out. You've got Ayuk and Trent Williams are not quite the same. Looks like Debo's going to also miss time. Purdy's all alone, but he is balling right now. He is leading the league in overall yardage. He's doing a great job, but he's going to need some help. They also have a few missing pieces on defense with Hufanga out. They still have Drake Greenlaw out, but I expect them to be back when they get healthy again. Minnesota, who just beat the 49ers, I have them as a surprise number 4. Their defense looks really good. Sam Darnold is playing at a top 5-7 quarterback this year, and you got to be happy for him. We'll see if he can continue. They've got the best receiver, in my opinion, in the league with Justin Jefferson. And with that defense, very good. Kevin O'Connell is an excellent young coach, and I see good things for them. At number 3, the Houston Texans. It's a little bit hard to know where to place them. They are 2-0, but they've beat some mediocre teams, so we'll see going forward where they land in the end. But C.J. Stroud can absolutely sling the ball. He's got great weapons. You've got Diggs, you got Nico Collins, you can run the ball, and D'Amico Ryans, he is an excellent coach, and so you expect to see them there at the end. Number 2, I was so impressed with the Buffalo Bills. I do not know how long they can sustain this, but Josh Allen is doing it with his legs, with his arms. He's, I think, right now the MVP leader at an early stage, and they are doing excellent. They're 2-0, and I think they are surprised right now. And I think at number 1, you can't help but admit the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 2-0. Even though they are really close to 0-2, they have won both games. And they have Mahomes. They've got Kelsey. Pacheco is now hurt. Mahomes isn't even playing great right now, and they're still 2-0. And until somebody upends and beats the defending champions, back-to-back champions, they are number 1. And that is our top 10 for week